What the? Go away!
Dragon Ball has no shortage of enemies who have given Goku a run for his money. However, many forget that one of the first to do so was General Blue, a red ribbon general, or admiral, which makes more sense, was the first supervillain Dragon Ball ever had. Yes, some people like to assume it's Tao Pai Pai. However, General Blue is the first supernatural opponent Goku faces off against. Which is why today we will be going over General Blue's appearances in manga, anime, and video game adaptations today. Starting off with the manga, General Blue makes his debut in the manga chapter 70 of the original run of Dragon Ball, titled Bulma's Big Mistake. Right away we get some key glimpses at what kind of person General Blue really is. He's quite the pretty boy. He even has a man executed simply for picking his nose in his presence. Yet he's also shown to be quite excited to face off against Goku after Goku had clearly toppled the previous two generals of the Red Ribbon Army, Silver and White. We also clearly see that General Blue is obviously the captain of various vessels in the fleet that is the Red Ribbon Army. General Blue's also not afraid to use his resources accordingly, splitting his own forces, one to attack Master Roshi's house, and then the other under his command to chase after Goku and Bulma in search of the Dragon Balls. However, he does not hold a soft spot for his men. Once he realizes, he's informed that he has missed their vessel, General Blue orders that the gunner be executed right away. The man also has common sense about him, unlike his men, where he refuses to fire torpedoes within a cavern because he understands that they will cause the cavern to collapse. However, his men, while under the Red Ribbon's leadership, turns out to be quite stupid and quick to kill themselves. We see this when we learn that Squad B was pulverized by Master Roshi and the gang, and General Blue comedically is more afraid of the fact that they didn't even have to unleash the turtle to fight the forces. Note that Turtle is not very powerful, but I think we all know why he's really afraid of Turtle. Just joking, he is clearly very confident that he can take on all 5 of them by himself, and by doing so that would include taking down the legendary and powerful warrior known as Turtle. General Blue shows to be very intelligent as he discerns that they're in some kind of cavern that leads to a secret base just by the fact that there are lights in a tunnel. And the bad thing is he's correct. They are in a secret base. He even goes on to show how loyal he is to the Red Ribbon Army in its entirety. When he discovers pirate treasure, he doesn't think, I'm going to take this for myself. He actually thinks it's just as good as finding a Dragon Ball and that his commander will be very pleased with him. And this goes to show that this man will quite literally hand the army anything that he believes will further their goals. If that's not dedication and loyalty, I really don't know what it is. Because maybe you can say it's arrogance and stupidity, but it's still loyalty. Though his arrogance does get the best of him when he figures that the enemy he's chasing has left their weapons in their vessel to escape them. He orders a full-on charge, which directly leads to all of his men under his command being slaughtered by a hidden pirate trap. We also learn that General Blue has a penchant to hate pirates. He really doesn't like pirates, but he also really doesn't like his stupid men, as one of the men who's gravely wounded reports that there are no survivors before finally passing away himself. But in this scene, General Blue goes on to figure out that, hey, if the pirate set a trap, the trap obviously wasn't meant for the pirates, that there should be a hidden passage. And lo and behold, General Blue discovers it. A secret passage that allows him to enter into the secret base that the pirates once used, however long ago it was. We really don't know. As soon as he catches up to the gang, he uses stealth to basically watch and let them find the treasure that he's seeking himself, because he understands that, it would be better if they did all the legwork and he just took all the credit. Once Goku gets into a fight with the pirate robot, he quickly follows behind Bulma and Krillin after noting that they're martial artists. Once doing so, however, he quickly takes note that Krillin's left signs for Goku and decides to reverse the signs and mislead Goku away from the gang. We soon discover, although that he is a leader of water-faring vessels, General Blue does not like to get wet, however he does so for the cause. He gets wet and he ambushes both Krillin and Bulma as they've discovered the pirate's treasure. Bulma, upon seeing such a fine specimen, jumps up very attracted to him and loves all over him. Here we learn, however, General Blue does not like women, going as far to say, "Get away from me, woman, how disgusting." Bulma, during this time, decides, well, he must be gay. And Krillin's like, I didn't know a bad guy could be gay. This literally pisses off General Blue. He does not like being called gay, and he doesn't like it when people make him angry. So Krillin confidently steps up to the plate and begins his battle, well, his losing battle with General Blue. You may be noticing that there is currently anime footage playing when I specifically said we would be talking about the manga events. Well, that's due to the fact that the anime very closely follows the manga, especially when it comes to anything pre-Z. So, really, technically, I guess we're talking about both sides now. And I'll just be noting when we're going to be doing anything different. After seeing Krillin get his literal ass kicked, Bulma attempts once again to flirt with General Blue, which again, General Blue denies and says that she sickens him. Bulma concludes he must be gay, and quickly results to, well, what if I was really a man? Where General Blue really shows his true colors here. He labels her a freak of nature if she was really a man and looked like how she does. You can clearly see General Blue is a man's man, and he only likes men. Once General Blue gets back to business, and as he's about to deal the final blow to Krillin, Goku leaps out of the water, and everyone is excited to see him. General Blue, however, only has to commend the young boy for being such a resourceful young lad. The battle recommences between Goku and General Blue. This time, however, General Blue is not on the winning side of things, so far that he has to break out his special supernatural ability, telekinesis, something he had previously used against Krillin and Bulma failed to warn Goku about before the fight commenced. Now, Goku, frozen in place, is beaten senselessly by General Blue, who upon getting him on the ground, draws a 12-gauge pump action, and as he's about to deal the final blow to Goku's skull, a mouse runs out, and, in stereotypical fashion, General Blue screams like the woman he so wants to be. Goku, not one to look a gift horse in the mouth, takes advantage of this, quickly pokes General Blue in the eyes, and then punches him senseless. Amid a collapsing cavern, General Blue carefully drags the treasure chest into the water and is next seen coming ashore. He decides that they would be planning to go back to their special secret base and gives chase in his aircraft, where he puts it on autopilot above the island and jumps down far from the sky before anyone can see him. With a thing of rope, he stealthily approaches the gang. Using his telekinesis, he uses the rope and ties up everyone at the exact same time before entering into the house and claiming what is rightfully his, the Dragon Balls. Though let it be said that General Blue is a giving man. He does in fact leave the gang with a parting gift, a ticking time bomb capable of destroying the entire island. There, everyone is in a panic as General Blue casually leaves the scene in his aircraft. Though unknown to him, the group has freed themselves and stopped the explosion, with Goku following behind him in a high-speed chase on the Nimbus Cloud. General Blue attempts to lose Goku, however it results in him finally crash landing in a strange area known as Penguin Village. General Blue, walking around this strange island that he's now on, comes across an individual in a vehicle. He quickly goes to rob this individual of his vehicle and comes into direct contact with Superman, also known as Sour Man, I think. Well, during this altercation, Superman actually falls to General Blue. Just not in the traditional heroic sense, General Blue simply goes to the telephone booth that Superman had used to change, picking it up and crushing it with his mere strength and setting it back down. Superman, however, becomes very polite and willingly gives him his vehicle to take at no further trouble at all. And this is where we're going to break, and we're going to show you a scene from the anime. See, General Blue in the manga has been alluded to for being gay, but it is only in the anime where it is blatantly confirmed that not only is he considered a gay character, but he is also a pedophile. Going back to what we were talking about before that little clip, General Blue continues on his way to a house where he notices an airplane. Conveniently placed, Goku is also at this house. He decides to kill two birds with one stone and uses his telekinesis on Goku after taking a hostage. He then, for some reason, chops a tree in half to stab Goku with it while he had a knife in hand. He decides that the best way to kill Goku is with a tree. I guess you can really say that he's a supplanter. Yet, this victory is very short-lived when Arale-chan is told she can wrestle this man, and wrestle she does. With a full-powered Arale-chan kick, she knocks this man straight away from Goku, then jumps up and headbutts this man straight into the crotch, knocking him all the way to the Egyptian equivalent located in the Dragon Ball world. I'm just going to call it Egypt. It's basically designed to look and be Egypt. While he is in Egypt, he uses a payphone to call back to HQ and informs them that while he has lost the Dragon Balls, he has obtained the enemy's Dragon Radar. HQ is very pleased with his, accomplishment, and he decides that it will take a while before he's able to return to HQ, as he's quite the ways off. Apparently having hijacked a vehicle at some point, the general returns to Red Ribbon HQ, where he walks up to two guards and they really don't recognize him. And the first thing he does is he doesn't identify himself as General Blue. He simply smiles and quite effectively smashes a guy into the wall, killing him, smashing his brains out. He then says, "How dare you basically talk to your superior in that way? How can you not recognize my face?" The dog soldier is like, "General Blue," and he's like, "Just shut up, let's get going." When he enters into the lobby, or, well, I guess Commander Red's office, General Blue reports as ordered. And Red is quite literally amazed that he even showed up. General Blue nervously states that, "Hey, I got the radar though, isn't that good enough? We can easily track him down way faster." Even though being told that getting the Dragon Radar was just as good as an accomplishment in the previous chapter, here he's now being told that he's quite brave for showing back up and strolling in here so nonchalantly like he's accomplished something significant. And especially after losing the Dragon Balls. He gives all the amazing features, how easy it is, and quite literally everyone's kind of surprised that it's so tiny. But General Red is not very pleased. He says, "Your order was not to bring back a Dragon Radar, but some Dragon Balls, man, come on. I want balls, give me balls, and you brought back a radar." Yet, Commander Red is a forgiving man, and he gives General Blue a second chance. The only second chance known to be given by Commander Red. He states that Hugh can redeem himself if he can defeat Tao Pai Pai. If he wins, his honor will be restored and all will go back to normal. And with a few quick dodges and blows, General Blue has been pierced by the tongue of Tao Pai Pai and now lies dead on the floor. The man tongued to death has served 15 chapters in the Dragon Ball manga, introduced in chapter 70, and his final resting place in chapter 85. With his canonical death now behind us, pierced through the skull by another man's tongue, we now look at the other media in which General Blue appears in. General Blue does reappear in the Dragon Ball anime in the form of Dragon Ball GT, where he's revived with the rest of everyone, but if I remember right, it's not enough to really get into. He basically comes back, flies a plane, and gets shot down and killed all over again. It's just a tossback, literally a throwaway tossback. Now we get into some of the game appearances in which General Blue has appeared in. General Blue in Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is shown to have a crush on Trunks in a lot of their dialogue sequences, especially if it's Kid Trunks, stating that Kid Trunks is very cute, and Trunks responds to this in saying that, hey, it just got cold, implying that he's very uncomfortable with what he's just been told. He's, in a sense, afraid. Then, in Dragon Ball Legends, it's reiterated that not only is he gay, but he's also into adult Trunks. And if I remember right, there's also dialogue in Budokai Tenkaichi 3 with adult Trunks that he's also into, or teenage Trunks. All these instances shows that he does have a type, and usually that type happens to be young boys. Just young boys all around. Which kind of leans into the theory that General Blue, while he does have some character designs within some World War II era German type soldier, is based on German Stormtrooper Division leader Ernst Röhm, which was accused of being a homosexual and pedophile, which, look, historically we really don't know. I read through some stuff. Ernst Röhm was said to be a homosexual and was fond of little boys and openly gay, though the stuff I found on him signifies that it could have been a smear campaign trying to devalue the leadership of Hitler's soldiers. But a lot of notes point that General Blue is based on Ernst Röhm, and his outfit's based on the Sturmler Blutleg brown shirt division, or the Stormtrooper division. Though not the Stormtroopers from Star Wars, sadly, but the Nazi Party Stormtroopers. Also take note that General Blue is quite literally the definition of an Aryan soldier. He has the blonde hair, blue eyes, not to mention he has supernatural abilities which allow him to basically dominate when he's in combat. Although that really didn't help him in the end when he has another man's tongue in his head. Counting film appearances, General Blue appears as Lieutenant Blue and is a part of Emperor Chiatsu's loyal guards. He is, I don't really know, I can't say anything, I haven't watched the movie, I can't really get access to it, I'm not spending money to watch a movie that really didn't matter to this video. I would have if I had the time and money. And then there's the Path to Power, and that's just basically a retelling of Dragon Ball story up to the Red Ribbon Saga. So I'm not sure how much they really changed beside his character design. I'm pretty sure they kept his personality as close as they could to the original, but like I said, it doesn't really matter. They're not really canonical in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you could say that about the video games, but the video games are used to attest to his character and what kind of person he is towards minors. This has been your host, Protector Cross, and this has been the Character Dex entry for General Blue. I hope you've enjoyed the General Blue Character Dex, I know it's a week late than what it should have been. Like I posted in the community board, I was sick and dealing with things. However, if you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, share the video with your friends. If you didn't like this video, feel free to comment below. I'm sure I'm going to get some hate from something in this video. As soon as you say that there's a villain who may be homosexual in any of the iterations, there's some chances of hate. But again, if you have any conflicts, comment below. Let's talk about it, see where it goes. But beyond that, I hope you all have a nice day. This is Cross signing off.